People who want to be natty and like have something that's performance enhancing they can use at like tested events, even though it's on the watch list and it'll probably end up being, you know, potentially added to the list at some point.
Turkesterone, maybe that helps too. Let's ban it. So it is in fact on WADA's watch list of potentially being banned in the future.
All the reviews say that it works. The people in my life that have tried it, like Hannah's saying that it works. Yeah. Lex says that it works.
After went on like a string of PRs and apparently been plateaued for a while up until coincidentally he started it.
I'm stronger, I'm leaner. Turkesterone works.
And I can see right now that it is actually working. There's people out there who are taking Turkesterone that are saying it works anyway, so.
Does it work and do you recommend it? It's kind of like creatine. I feel like it's probably doing something, but it's so minor that it's kind of hard to notice.
I will give Turkesterone a double thumbs up for women and during post-cycle therapy.
And then we got Turkesterone. We're taking Turkesterone for these remainders of the bulk.
I've been on my like men's health Turkesterone natty life, so.
Oh yeah?
Doesn't.
As of now, I think it's safe to say that this supplement is not science-based. There's just no science to lean on. And instead it's relying on anecdotes and marketing hype to stay relevant. Or maybe they just placeboed themselves into getting gains because they bought into the hype. Now, of course, it's still possible that new research will come out showing that Turkesterone works. And if that new evidence outweighs the current evidence, then I'll change my mind.
Usually here you're supposed to.
But that means I'm gonna be right next to you though.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you not want to be in the shot? Not really?
It don't matter. I'll do whatever you need to do.
Just
Let me know when to start.
Does it... Oh, it's already filming though.
Oh, sorry.
So, I just need... Yeah. I don't even remember how to flex. It's been so long. That's kind of funny.
It's a good thing.
Okay. That's a good start.
Yep, it's a great start.
A whole month.
Okay, go to you.
Alright. That's the thing. All good?
Good.
Cool, man. Thank you.
All set over here.
There's yeah. I don't even remember how to flex. It's been so long. That's kind of funny.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
Test. Okay, audio is recording, and the video is recording. Hello, and welcome to my full 12-week overview review of HTLT Turk Builder, the Turkesterone supplement from HTLT Supplements. Before I get into anything, I am not sponsored by HTLT Supplements. I was not paid to use Turk Builder. I'm not being paid to talk about Turk Builder, and I bought all the Turk Builder with my own money. This is the final video of my Turk Builder series. This is really the only one you need to watch, though. All other videos are weekly check-ins or updates. This video series is entirely anecdotal. Take my data and progress however you want to. I will share my opinion on multiple things based on the data and progress. My anecdotal feedback is done to contribute to the pool of anecdotes on Turkesterone and also HTLT Supplements Turk Builder, which is the Turkesterone supplement from Greg Doucette's supplement company. This video will be extremely long, and I have a outline in front of me, which is 9 pages long. So if it looks like I'm reading off a script, it's because I have 9 pages worth of bullet points to go over. I will go over the process and my data first, and all thoughts and extra things will be after that. This cycle or trial of Turk Builder lasted from October 17th, 2021 to January 9th, 2022. I didn't take the same dose throughout the entire 12 weeks. The first 4 weeks, I took 2 pills a day. The second set of 4 weeks, I took 4 pills a day. And the third set of 4 weeks, I took 6 pills a day. The total pills of Turk Builder use was 336, which equals about 5.6 bottles of Turk Builder. And I spread my pills out throughout the day as evenly as I could. For example, when I had 2 pills, I would have one at 6 a.m. and one at 6 p.m. Or when I had 6 pills, I would have one at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. I am a 22-year-old male. I'm 5'9", about 168 to 169 pounds as of January 9th, which is the end of this trial. I'm a lifetime natty. I've been weightlifting for 10 years or so, but I've only been taking my training and dieting seriously for about the last 5. And if I were to be honest with myself, I'm pretty average in every way. I'm average height, average weight. My physique and lifts are nothing special. They really just reflect the work I've put in. I'm not a genetic outlier or elite in any way. To get where I am, I've worked my ass off, and I'm not that impressive in fitness industry standards at all, unfortunately. Not everything was perfectly controlled, of course, through this trial. I'm not a lab experiment. I'm human. I have a life to live. Before Turk, I took about 4 months off of weightlifting because I moved across the country. And during that time, I relied on calisthenics, so I still stayed active to try and maintain my muscle. However, this means muscle memory will play into some of the gains that I made during this time. But I personally think that the muscle memory was exhausted in the first month. The shape I ended with after 12 weeks of Turkesterone is the best shape that I've ever been in and the strongest I've ever been. My sleep varied, which I covered in my weekly updates. This is possibly notable because even during weeks where I got 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, I still managed to move up in weight reps on multiple movements. That's a pretty big deal because, of course, getting less than 7 hours of sleep messes with your hormones. It can raise cortisol. It can decrease testosterone in males. Those things will screw up your lifts. And the fact that I was able to keep going up in lifts while using Turk Builder is a pretty big deal. My calories were also not the same throughout the entire 12 weeks, but my intention was to eat at maintenance. I wasn't trying to bulk or cut. I increased calories to feel satiated or satisfied. I'm familiar with doing this because I've been doing it for a while. I initially started at what my maintenance is at normally, which is 2,300 calories. This is what my maintenance calories has been for the past year or more, probably 2 years, if I lifted for 4 to 5 days a week and got in 10,000 steps a day. After a week of taking Turk Builder, I bumped my calories up to 2,500 because I felt like I was starving some days, which meant I was not at maintenance. Week 5 or 6, I increased calories to 2,600-ish for the same reason as the first time I increased them. And then week 9, I increased calories to 2,800-ish for the same reason as the other 2 increases. These increases happened at the same time that I increased my dose. So maybe increasing the dose made me more hungry for some reason. Either it increased my energy expenditure or turkesterone somehow directly makes your metabolism faster. There's no literature suggesting that, I think. So take that how you will. During this trial, I also celebrated American Thanksgiving and Christmas, both holidays I binge ate and I didn't count my calories. Yet they did not make me gain any real weight, just water weight, which I shed off in a matter of like a week. I worked out 4 to 5 days a week. On the weeks where I went to the gym 5 days, I did push, pull, legs, upper, lower. And on the weeks where I could only go 4 days, I did upper, lower, upper, lower. So upper, lower twice that week. And I would get in anywhere between 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day. There might be a few days sprinkled in where I only got 8,000 steps in, but I usually try to get at least 10,000 minimum, and 12,000 steps might be because I went to go do groceries or something. So my physique progression is the most important part for me. Through my entire fitness journey, my entire life, I have been physique focused as opposed to strength focused, because I've been more interested in bodybuilding as opposed to powerlifting. My physique has never looked so good. I look sick. I'm so happy with my ending physique. I actually can't believe that I look like that. It's actually insane. On top of that, I effortlessly got to where I am. I went through some kind of body recomposition on Turk Builder, which has really never happened in my life, even through newbie gains, because I tried bulking through newbie gains. I did a huge dirty bulk. A lot of us do that mistake. Don't do that. I got super fat. Absolutely terrible. If I have a picture, I'll throw it up. But oh my gosh, I got super fat. And for years and years, I went through multiple bulking and cutting cycles or phases. I would never, ever cut down to a reasonable body fat percentage. And I was always bulking up to like really fat or just like unhealthy, where I just should have never been bulking, honestly. My best physique before turkesterone was actually earlier in 2020. The picture is actually on my Instagram from May 23rd, 2021, which is the same day that I took those pictures. I'll put the physique up on the screen. So this is my best physique prior to using Turk Builder. It was a journey to get there. It took 5 months of cutting to get there on about 2,100 calories. I think by the end of it, I started to cut at 2,400 calories and got down to 2,100. And I was going to the gym 5 days a week. I got in 12,000 steps a day. The physique is still worse than my post-turkesterone physique. The physique was also not maintainable because it was at the end of a cut, so I'm not just going to be able to just cruise with that physique. It was torture getting there. It took 5 months. And I think after that, I gained maybe like 5 pounds or something, which is okay. But I looked like this picture for probably like 2 weeks or something like that. The post-Turk cycle physique is also 4 to 5 pounds heavier than my best pre-Turk physique. You can take that however you want. It's not all going to be muscle. It can be anything. It can even be fat. Maybe it just redistributed into my body in a more favorable way. So you can take the weight increase however you want. But it's not going to be all muscle. It likely is going to contain some muscle though. The post-Turk physique is what I call my effortlessly ideal, or just maintainable, but I like the title effortlessly ideal. It's lean to the standards of my body. I look full. I'm never flat. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm the strongest I've ever been in my entire life. And I can maintain this by eating 2,800 calories a day. Like that's a lot of food. That used to be my bulking calories. And only from lifting 4 to 5 days a week. After the 12 weeks of using turkesterone, I actually just defaulted to going to the gym 4 days a week because of time. And I still look great. And I'm walking 10,000 steps a day. Sometimes just 8,000. I think I never need cheat days because my calories are so high, which means that this is truly maintainable. My diet isn't even clean in the first place. You can see on one of my videos, it's like week 2 or week 3, pretty early on, I showed what I was eating, and it's not the best. I have like some frozen food, some chips, some ice cream, I think, just as long as I was meeting my protein intake. And I look sick, man. I can't believe it. I don't need to obsess over every little thing to maintain this physique or even to get to it, which is unbelievable. If Turk Builder or Turkesterone really was responsible for me being able to get to what I'd honestly describe is my dream physique or goal physique that I had for myself in high school, which was 5 years ago, then Turk Builder changed my life. For the first time in my life, I'm happy with my life and fitness balance. I have visible abs. I look sick, dude. Like, I think sometime around the 8-week mark, I actually had confidence in myself to have my shirt off at the beach, which if you've noticed, I actually got a tan between week 8 and week 12 because I was just spending so much time at the beach now. I look sick, man. So my body weight changes, I'm going to throw up the entire like 84 days or something. Yeah, 84, 85 days. I'm going to throw up the entire spreadsheet of body weight documentation up. But for the sake of simplicity, I averaged out the body weights for the last week of each 4-week segment. So on day 0, I was 165.4 pounds. At the end of the first 4 weeks, I was 166.14 pounds. At the end of the second 4 weeks, I was 166.93 pounds. And at the end of this entire 12-week trial, I was 168.53 pounds. It was crazy. This is the first time in my life I was getting leaner as my body weight went up. And it's not just muscle memory because I'm stronger and bigger than I've ever been. Yes, I've bulked in the past. I'm not a newbie gainer. I don't know, dude. I don't know what this is because I'm definitely past my muscle memory. It's crazy. Imagine getting leaner as you gain weight. That's the dream, right? That's crazy. Now onto strength progression. My lifts have never been impressive or above average by any means because I've always focused on bodybuilding as opposed to powerlifting or power building. I go to Planet Fitness, and if you don't know anything about Planet Fitness, it is the least fit gym that probably exists on the face of the planet. However, they are only $10 a month with a $1 initiation fee, and they're gonna have all the stuff you need except for squat racks and barbells. So none of my lifts are on barbells. I'm sorry about that. They only have Smiths, and these Smith lifts are what I use to gauge progress and strength. Looking at the numbers, my lifts have gone up pretty much every session on almost every movement, I think. All of them are PRs. There was a point where it was just constantly PRs because the most that I've ever deadlifted on a Smith is probably around like 290. So ending on 345 for 3 on deadlift is a huge increase from what was my PR on deadlifting Smith. And my free deadlift is 300 pounds prior to this, as in a barbell deadlift. My leg press, I stopped doing leg press at some point just because I didn't have time to fit it into my routine, which is okay, because I was mostly focused on like deadlift. And I also dropped squat because I was just not enjoying doing squat. The leg press is the highest that I've been able to do on leg press. The flat bench press I also dropped at some point because doing flat bench on a Smith machine is some of the worst torture I've ever endured in my life when it comes to exercising. Seated shoulder press is insanely strong. I have never been anywhere close to this strong on seated shoulder press. And on top of that, my shoulders, or my delts specifically, are the best they've ever been. I'm trying to grow those boulder shoulders, man. I'm trying to get huge, trying to get aesthetic. My incline bench, I started incorporating incline bench towards the end of this cycle because I swapped it out for flat bench, which is why I stopped doing flat bench. And my incline bench is surprisingly strong. I don't really remember what my max is on incline bench before this, but it's definitely not 220 for 6 on a Smith. And looking at my row is not a strict row. It's definitely a cheat row. You see it, you're like, what the heck is this form? This kid is like standing up on his like last reps or on some weights. And you know what, dude? I was just trying to put it up, and my back has progressed so much, and I'm so strong on the row. It's crazy, man. My back is the best that it's ever been. It's the strongest it's ever been. Even if my form isn't the best, it's just way higher than anything that it used to be. I think I used to row, off the top of my head, like 160 pounds for 5 reps or something, which was just a free barbell, so it's not apples to apples, but take it as you will. Looking at it, my lifts pretty much went up every session. For the first 4 to 5 weeks, it was all muscle memory, I would think, but I blasted through my muscle memory really fast, and I honestly want to attribute some of that to the Turk Builder. It was unbelievable that I could continue adding weight. Pretty much every workout on almost everything. The last time I was able to do this was when I was doing 5x5 strong lifts as my first program when I started taking my training seriously, like when I was actually a noob, man. I haven't been able to add weight this often on any of my movements in years. Even during bulks, I have never really been able to go that much up in my lifts. You can make fun of me for being weak, but that's just how I'm built. Like I'm weak. So getting stronger on these so much easier than I have in the past is a really big deal to me. Moving on to side effects. I experienced no bad side effects through the entire 12 weeks. I've only experienced increased appetite. I don't have a clue as to why this would happen. Increased energy expenditure, something. Greg addressed this in the video that he made on me, which was sick. I can't believe Greg made a video on me. Also, Turk Builder may have compensated for weeks when I had poor sleep. I had 4 to 5 hours of sleep some weeks, like every night. Getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep, even just 2 days in a row, will absolutely destroy you. And then during those weeks where I got 4 to 5 hours of sleep for like 5 nights in a row, I would still be able to progress my lifts in either reps or weight increase, which is crazy. On top of that, I had a mysterious absence of soreness, despite the fact that I was moving weight or reps up almost every session. I was pretty much never sore throughout these 12 weeks. I can't really remember being sore. I just remember it felt like I wasn't going to the gym enough, or it felt like I wasn't in the gym enough, even though I would go to failure on the machines. And of course, it doesn't hurt to go to failure on Smiths because they're Smiths, they're safe. There's a possible future side effect, which is kidney disease. And I made a video on it, and so did Exercise for Cheat Meals. In fact, my video just covers Exercise for Cheat Meals video. These are the videos. I'll throw them up on the screen. However, you can likely mitigate that by incorporating astragalus fruit into your daily supplement intake, which, by the way, is pretty cheap. I will leave a link in the description. So, side effects from other people or anecdotal evidence from other people. I'll start with my 55-year-old dad. He's actually 55. He's turning 56 here in a few months, and he's been experiencing what he calls anti-aging. Okay, 55 is really old. That's the age where if you go to Denny's, you can get the 55 or older menu because you're now old. He is stronger and more energetic. It's mysteriously reduced his joint and muscle pains that he's had since his 20s or 30s. And in his own words, he hasn't experienced feeling like this in years. Creatine has never done anything like this for him. In fact, creatine, when I had him take it in the past, for the past like 2 years, it's never really made him stronger. It's never increased his recovery. He's taken ashwagandha on its own before, and he's never experienced benefits like he's experienced through Turk Builder. I'm going to be making an entire separate few videos, a video series on his use. His use is honestly way more interesting than mine because young people, you know, we can do whatever the fuck we want. And other people, I'm going to try and grab some screenshots of other people's comments. Other people in the comments of my past videos have been leaving their own anecdotal feedback of benefits, whether it's just straight gains or other stuff in their everyday life beyond the gym. Coincidentally, while making this video, a bunch of stuff has happened, some drama, I think, and it's not within my jurisdiction to try to justify or explain anything. On top of that, Jeff Nippard made a video on Turkesterone, which I do highly respect Jeff Nippard. You can follow his word. I have been attacked and been called a scammer since then in my comments. I didn't create any Turkesterone products, and I'm not being paid to use them. I'm not sponsored or anything. The higher ups are who you want if you want to attack anyone. You know, go for Greg Doucette or Derek, more plates, more dates. I bought Turk Builder with my own money. I bought it when it was first released because I've been trying to get my hands on specifically Derek's Turkesterone through Gorilla Mind for a year. And one day Greg's Turk was released, so I bought it with my own money. I'm just going to repeat that point. To be honest, I was wary when purchasing Turk Builder because it wasn't complex like Derek's. I looked at the supplement or the nutrition facts, the supplement facts here on the website, and I saw that it was not complexed with hydroxypropyl beta cyclodextrin, which apparently increases the efficacy of supplements, and it's hypothesized by Derek that it would increase the efficacy of turkesterone. So there is other stuff in here. Of course, I'll throw out the supplement facts. Honestly, if it wasn't Greg's supplement company, I would not have bought a turkesterone supplement that's formulated like this. But I don't think Greg would sell a product that doesn't work. He has a team working under him, so I have no reason not to trust it. However, everything I know about turkesterone I've learned from Derek. It was all done through his videos over a year. Through everything I've learned from Derek, I choose to believe that turkesterone and other ecdysteroids do work to some degree. I still barely understand it because I've never understood the mechanism of action that any anabolic works. And I don't really understand the mechanism of action which turkesterone works, so that doesn't really help at all. I'm not the smartest when it comes to stuff like that. I would be surprised if ecdysteroids didn't work and everyone was just going through a placebo, because not just newbie gainers are saying that it works. Plenty of experienced and even enhanced or previously enhanced athletes believe it works when they tried it. So many companies sell turkesterone, including Raw, which is the company that sponsors Mr. Three-Peat, Sebum, and Anthony Mantello, be it they literally just sell raw turkesterone for a really high price tag. However, there's nothing wrong with being a skeptic. If you don't think turkesterone works, then don't try it, save your money. But if you believe it works, I believe it works just because of the content that I consume. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, and this video series will be a dud after that. So I ended up purchasing Greg's Turk because Derek's was always out of stock. He was the only Turk that I knew of. And one day, Greg's Turk was released. I saw it on Instagram. It was in stock when I got to it. And I noticed it was just a lot cheaper. It came down to $30 a bottle if you bought the 5-pack, which I bought. And I decided it would be beneficial to document my use of a version of turkesterone that no one has documented before. And on top of that, I spent probably 2 or more years learning from Greg for free. And it's about time that I supported him. That's it. Thank you for watching and commenting and interacting with me throughout this entire journey. A decent amount of you have used my affiliate link, which I honestly don't even know what to say, because it means a lot of you have gone out of your way to support me. You purposely click on my affiliate link and buy something through it. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is really, really kind of you guys. It's been a fun journey. It's one of the best projects I've ever done in my life. The most enjoyable thing. Greg made a video on me and has posted me on his Instagram. Plus, these videos are some of the best work that I've ever done, with my free time. But I am sorry because this video came out extremely late. It's coming out 2 weeks after my last video, and usually I've been uploading weekly. That's because I've been working on this video for the past 2 weeks with my spare time. I've been assembling some clips, and I've been gathering my thoughts. Plus, a lot of stuff has happened over the week after my last video. And most importantly, since this video is the final video of the series and covers everything, I was not going to upload the video until I got it to the best I possibly could. And I've been excited to release this video because I made so much progress while using turkesterone. My anecdotal feedback and opinion is that I assume that turkesterone did work for me to some extent, because I don't think I would have been able to get to the current shape I'm in normally on a maintenance phase. I went through a body recomposition on some pretty high calories, which in the past would have made me fat and is actually bulking territory. Most of you guys, 95% of the comments and people who DM me are extremely kind to me and supportive. I really appreciate it. Anyone who's just clicked on the video to watch it for 5 seconds, or you've only watched one video, or you're only watching this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to support me further, of course, I talked about this earlier, please use my affiliate link. If you plan to buy anything through HTLT supplements, it's in the description. It's probably going to be the first thing. I'm going to continue making videos. I actually have 2 video series, which I'm currently making. Not directly, I'm just recording myself in the gym or anything, recording my progress, and I have my spreadsheets and stuff. One of these series is covering my dad's use of Ecdysteroids, including Turk Builder. And the reason why I say Ecdysteroids is because he's doing what I'm doing for my next video series, which is combining Turk Builder with the cheapest Ecdysterone, which I could find, which is this beta Ecdysterone from Muscle Empire. It's really cheap. I doubt that it works as well as Turk Builder, so probably why it's super cheap. Thank you so much again, guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or DM me. If you're interested in following my progress without watching videos, I post on Instagram every so often. I plan to post on Instagram more. I'm actually going to be doing real compound lists because I got a membership at YMCA, finally. So in my next video, we'll cover that. Thank you so much again, guys. I really appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys next time. Tschüss.